Hunter Biden married Melissa Cohen after knowing her for only a week, yet they've somehow stayed together. But is trouble on the horizon? From multiplying criminal investigations to the first son's shady past, here's why the couple may soon be on the outs. Nicola Peltz began dating Brooklyn Beckham in 2019, but it seems she had an older suitor wanting to woo her at the same time. According to the New York Post, in early 2019, Hunter Biden was on the outs with Hallie Biden. Hallie is the widow of Hunter's brother Beau, who had died in 2015 from cancer. Hunter and Hallie began seeing each other in 2017, while he was still married to his first wife, Katlynn. So with his relationship with Hallie ending, Hunter decided it was time to look for a new love. In a series of text messages sent to his cousin, Caroline, Hunter mused about potential new matches. These included Bella Thorne and Bella Hadid, but who he really honed in on was Nicola Peltz. After telling Caroline that his psychiatrist had suggested he date someone like Peltz, he asked his cousin to set them up because she apparently knew the actor. Apparently, it didn't matter to Biden that Peltz was 25 years younger than him. In fact, he loved the prospect of their age difference, telling his cousin it was incredibly easy to impress a woman in her mid-20s. According to the New York Post, Hunter also told his cousin, "I need a girlfriend with money of her own and ambition that will be a loyal friend." Caroline was all for it and suggested Hunter befriend Peltz's parents first in order to get to their daughter. She also called Hallie evil and accused her of never having loved Hunter. Hunter Biden had hit rock bottom when he met Melissa Cohen. Things were so bad that he was taken to a rehab facility following a family intervention.
The one thing that I found to be more powerful than the most powerful love I knew, which is the love of my family, was my addiction.
But as he revealed in his 2021 memoir, Beautiful Things, he decided to run away to Los Angeles instead. Once there, he started partying and hotel hopping and was constantly being kicked out because of the parade of dealers visiting his room. In fact, he had just been told to leave the luxurious Petit Hermitage Hotel when he got to talking to a group of strangers. The group insisted he meet their friend, Melissa Cohen, so they gave Biden her number. He then moved to the Sunset Marquis and forgot all about it. He wrote in his book, "Sometime after midnight, I noticed the number inked across my palm and texted someone named Melissa. He suggested they grab a drink, but Cohen responded that she wasn't interested. However, her friends pushed her to go for it, and she eventually texted Biden the next morning to meet for coffee. She never showed up, instead postponing the meeting for several hours. Biden wrote, "She texted an apology for canceling so many times, then promised she would be there for dinner now at 5:15. To his surprise, she finally showed up, and a whirlwind romance ensued. Hunter Biden likes to move fast. According to his book, as soon as he met Melissa Cohen, he blurted out, "I know this probably isn't a good way to start a first date, but I'm in love with you." As luck would have it, Cohen also admitted to being in love with him. Shortly after that, Hunter came clean about his addiction. Cohen didn't flinch. Hunter wrote in his memoir, "I saw something in her eyes the moment I looked into them. Everything was going to be okay."
I have fallen and I've gotten up.
The day after their date, Cohen took full control. She got rid of his drugs, confiscated his car keys, wallet, and computer, and made sure to delete every contact from his phone that didn't have the last name Biden. When dealers came knocking, she told them to never come back. Furthermore, when Hunter was having a difficult time while going through withdrawal, she didn't budge. Biden described her in his book as merciless. He slept for 3 days, and on the 4th, he casually brought up the idea of marriage. The day after that, he got a shalom tattoo to match hers and proposed. While Cohen accepted, she said they should wait. That didn't last long. Biden wrote in his memoir, "When we woke up the next morning, 7 days after we'd met, she turned to me again and said softly, 'You know what? Let's do it.' The decision never felt rash or harebrained or reckless. They said I do that same day." Just like Biden, Cohen had just gotten out of a serious relationship when they met. In fact, Page Six learned that she had been living with her ex, Malibu real estate developer Rob Mendez, until April 2019. The outlet also revealed that Cohen and Mendez had still been spending time together that May. While speaking with the outlet, Mendez said their split was amicable, adding, "Marriage and kids were in her future, but for me, they just aren't." However, it seems her heart wasn't totally healed when she met Biden. As Hunter revealed in his memoir, Cohen had just gotten back from visiting her brother, who'd consoled her over her breakup, which is why she kept postponing their date. Biden and Cohen's wedding was such a whirlwind that there was no time to include their families in the big day. In fact, some members didn't even know the ceremony was happening. As Biden told The New Yorker, he only called his dad after the nuptials. Upon hearing the news, however, the former vice president was all for it and shared a special message with his new daughter-in-law. Hunter told the magazine, he was on speaker and he said to her, "Thank you for giving my son the courage to love again." And he said to me, "Honey, I knew that when you found love again that I'd get you back." Similarly, it seems he may not have told his daughters either, as they were spotted attending an event in Washington, D.C. while their dad said "I do," according to Page 6. Even so, Hunter and Cohen were adamant in an ABC interview that all three girls, Naomi, Finnegan, and Maisie Biden, approved of Cohen and had a good relationship with her. As for Cohen's family, they also sent their well wishes, although they had never met the groom. Her dad told Page 6, "I've only spoken to Hunter briefly." Hunter Biden has been the subject of numerous investigations, including the House Oversight Committee's look into his business practices. During her first ever interview in 2019, Cohen was asked how she felt about her husband being investigated for potentially shady dealings in Ukraine and China, and she was defiant. When ABC wondered if she'd be open to an investigation, she all but invited one in response.
Sure, why not? I think it would probably be a waste of taxpayers' money.
However, according to sources, that support began to waver as the probe into Biden's finances dragged on. In July 2022, a source told Page 6 that Biden and Cohen were frustrated because they were in lockdown and unable to go about their daily lives. According to the insider, they were instructed to stay far away from the public eye and had the Secret Service move in next door to constantly keep an eye on Hunter. The insider told the outlet, "She thought she was marrying a prince from a great American family and she'd live a charmed life with him. But the reality is, he's a train wreck and life with him is very hard behind closed doors." Tensions surely weren't helped when Biden was slapped with an additional criminal investigation over gun and tax charges in 2023, spearheaded by the Justice Department. Hunter Biden has a scandalous relationship history, to say the least. In 2019, for example, a paternity test proved that he had fathered Navy Joan Roberts with London Alexis Roberts in 2018. Sources told Page 6 they met when Roberts was working as a stripper at a Washington, D.C. club Hunter liked to visit. In addition to being a regular at gentlemen's clubs, it seems Hunter may also have used the pro-affair dating site Ashley Madison. Even so, following the 2015 leak of users' data, Biden told ABC that the account linked to his email address was not his. He told ABC News in a statement, "I am certain that the account in question is not mine." But while he may have tried to deny that, there was no denying the bizarre sex tape he filmed with a sex worker in 2019. In it, he could be heard telling the naked woman that Russian drug dealers had stolen a laptop from him during a bender in Las Vegas.
Do you ever wish you'd had AppleCare?
Yeah, that would have been a good.
It may sound like there's a lot going against Biden and Cohen's marriage, but in reality, they may actually be two peas in a pod. Despite all of the drama surrounding her husband and the fact that she barely knew him when they married, Cohen has stood by him from the start. In a 2019 interview with ABC, she mused, "I have an inclination that I'm gonna be in the honeymoon phase for a very long time." What's more, she challenged the media narrative, noting, "Things have not been easy externally, but internally, things have been amazing." Perhaps one reason she wasn't fazed by the investigations into Biden's business past was that she had soon become a part of the alleged schemes. As the House Oversight Committee's investigation discovered in 2023, she was just one of several Biden family members to receive payments via his shell companies for jobs she wasn't qualified to do. Finally, it sounds like their personalities are fully in sync too. In August 2023, the Daily Mail learned that the couple and their son had moved out of their luxury Venice Beach, California rental while owing $80,000 in rent. What's more, a source alleged that Cohen was rude and accused the pair of trashing the place. The source said, "They left the house in terrible condition. They also left the place dirty."